Every great creative work stands on the shoulders of giants. Welcome to RetroInspection, where we examine and find out where the things we love today came from.
So, today we're talking about The Gladiator, written by Philip Wylie. Nick, I was kind of floored by this guy. He is an enormously influential author. So influential that he was at one time imprisoned by the U.S. government at the close of World War II, right before the atomic bombs had been, right before the Alamogordo tests, because he had predicted the use of uranium bombs some months or maybe a year prior.
Not alone in that.
So this guy was quite a genius, I think, is the best word for it. He was born in 1902, the son of a Presbyterian minister and a novelist. His mother was a novelist. He went to Princeton, so that's probably where I'm unclear. Wikipedia is unclear as to what his credentials were, but it sounds like because he later became the head of a marine biology lab that he was a biologist. Not quite sure, but as we get into Gladiator, we'll talk about why that might be. But he was at Princeton when Albert Einstein was there, so that's probably where he got his knowledge of physics, and he was quite an engineer, I guess, as well. Later in life, he became one of the people who was influential in founding the civil defense against atomic warfare in this country, in the United States. In terms of his literature, I'm quite ashamed that I don't know enough about this man in terms of his literature because he influenced so many people. He was a novelist. He was a writer in Hollywood as well. He wrote some of his famous works were When Worlds Collide, that he wrote with another gentleman, Edwin, I have it written down here.
Balmer.
Edwin Balmer, that's correct. That
yeah,
became quite a successful sci-fi movie in the 50s, but has been widely credited as influencing the creation of Flash Gordon, of the Flash Gordon serials in the 1930s, newspaper serials. But we land here with Gladiator, which, although there isn't a direct through line to his work Gladiator and that of Superman, when reading this book, it's highly plausible that Jerry Siegel and Joel Shuster used this as one of their bases for creating the Man of Steel. Nick, you want to talk about Gladiator?
Far from alone in that.
Right, of course.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Gladiator, you can see pieces of it. Not only in other pulp heroes such as Doc Savage.
Well, that was another superhero, pulp hero that I was unaware that he influenced. In fact, his work was Savage something that then became Doc Savage. Who was the writer of Doc Savage?
Oh, geez, and it just fell out of my head. Hold on, let me look at it real quick. Why I have this thing up? Oh shit! Like this is gonna happen.
It's an L, I think.
Lester Dent.
Lester Dent. That's right.
Yeah,
Like, subscribe, repost, share, everywhere. To see what else we're up to, visit xynobooks.com, xenobooks.com.